Welcome to CaseBreakin.
Back.
Here we go,
It's
man.
a pleasure, bro.
We're doing
Before
it.
we get started, make sure we get a visual on your shoes today.
I busted these out.
You got to bust them out, man. You got to show the
that
people.
sweater leg off.
At the beginning of this, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to have a different pair of shoes every single episode just to keep up with you.
No, I mean, what I have on today doesn't compare to what you have on today.
I got some Kobe Grinches on today.
Yeah.
Which is
Come on, let's see them.
right here.
See 'em.
There they go. There they go.
Kobe Grinches,
There they go.
man.
There they go.
That shoe is amazing.
You know, to get those things, like, it's probably easier for you. For me, I had to, like, walk through the Sahara Desert and call somebody and then get on eBay and then overpay, and I did StockX and all these different things. And
Sure.
I'm like, unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then somehow I got them. That's what the shoe game is right now.
But that's what you do, though. You find a way to get things done.
I love Kobe.
Yeah.
Not as much as I love you, but I love Kobe.
Kobe special. Kobe special. It's that shoe is going to be harder and harder to get now that he didn't re-up with Nike.
You know,
it's a state.
I was walking out of my office today, and it's raining, and coming here, and somebody goes, "Don't wear those outside in the rain." And I was like, "Whoa, okay." Like, do not wear those. I'm like, okay.
They're
Wow.
clean, man. That was a clean.
If you were wearing them, they'd be worth more money. But me,
No.
they depreciate.
No. I actually had to play against the man in those shoes. So,
These shoes?
yeah.
In the Grinches?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What a cool concept, right?
Unbelievable.
Kobe Grinches. And why is Nike done? Like,
I think contractually he's passed, obviously.
Sure.
Number one. So the contract's up, in a sense. But I think his wife has picked up the mantle of producing different merch and different products.
Mamacita.
Mamacita, which is going to go to nonprofits. So, which is awesome. So if you're out there, get the Mamacita gear.
good for her.
Yeah.
You think about that. You think about if there's, I know, what was it, the Big Baller brand?
Yep.
No disrespect.
No. Actually, a smart concept.
I
think about it.
appreciate the I guess, entrepreneurialism. Is that how you pronounce that right?
Correct.
Is that right?
Correct.
Entrepreneurialism? I don't know. I haven't said that many times.
Try spelling it.
Right. But I appreciate that, and I think they did a fantastic job with it. But
Yeah.
you got to have some, like, if there's somebody who's going to pull that off, like the brand of Kobe is going to pull that off.
I agree. The product has to be great at the end of the day. So, not saying Lonzo Ball is not great, but LaMelo though is back.
I mean, I'm seeing something in LaMelo that
I agree.
I think he's special.
I agree.
He's the best of the three.
His
There's
stock,
zero doubt.
from a card standpoint, has to be rising right now.
Just the sheer fact that he was the rookie of this class,
Right.
and just the sheer fact that he played so well. He got hurt, and the Hornets are playing well. Like, they're coming out. They probably make the playoffs, right, Stephen? They're coming.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Play-in tournament, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At a minimum.
what do you think about that play-in tournament, man? Like, really? Like, what do you really think about it?
Oh my God, man. If you have to play in it, it may. If you're a 7 or 8 seed, it may not be fun to play in that because you're penalized after having achieved the 7th seed in the regular season. Now I have to play to keep my position as a 7th seed. If you're a 10th seed or a 9th seed, you love it because you get a chance to get into the playoffs. I think there's a level of accountability that comes with the playoff tournament because teams can't tank as much as they did in the past.
Right.
There's more incentive to keep playing and keep playing your guys rather than just having load management throughout the rest of the year. So there's a lot of positives to it. Obviously, we know LeBron said some things this week that I think he's just said in jest and in passing. It wasn't meant to be taken too seriously, in my opinion. But anything you say now can be blown up.
Sure.
So
Sure.
I think it's good for the league because the league is trying to generate any amount of profit it can based off what it's experienced in the last year and a half with COVID. So I understand it.
You see, like, more, I guess, professional sports doing this, right? You see in the NFL, they expanded to, did they pass 17 games, Stefan? I thought they did.
They passed 17 games.
And now they have a play-in game, I believe.
Team in the playoffs.
Like, it's 7 per conference, I believe.
Wow.
I think, I only like collect cards and spend a lot of money on them. I know very little about that. But it's insignificant, I guess, at point, because the amount of games you play, to me, doesn't necessarily influence the product or the player. You get enough of a sample, I guess. That's an interesting kind of thing you're seeing, and it is from a player's perspective. And I feel like I've always respected the NBA. Like, Adam Silver has done really well with what he's done.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done well. He's been very progressive.
It's terrific.
He has evolved the sport.
Yep.
Where I feel like you're seeing it almost in Major League Baseball. It's different. There's no evolution of baseball. There's a playing game, I guess.
Oh, there is. Yeah.
The rules don't evolve as much. You disagree with
Just keep
that?
changing the baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball itself.
Right.
Sometimes they're just going out of the park left and right, but this year it's not like that at all. This was one of the worst Aprils for hitters in history.
I got a question according to that when it comes to what we're talking about here on the show. The baseball market itself, because there's not the Mark Aguirre, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds home run boom, what is that doing for the baseball market now?
Down, man. It's very down.
Outside of Vlad Guerrero Jr.
It depends on the player. The baseball market is, to me, it's losing ground, obviously, to basketball, football, even soccer.
Oh, wow.
Soccer has grown, I think, what was that graph I had? It was like 1,500+%.
Yeah, at least.
In eBay sales just in 2020 alone.
Almost 1,600, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that is easily the fastest growing sport card market in the world right now.
Oh, wow.
Soccer.
And watch out for UFC. Prism just came out.
Okay.
Prism is probably widely the most popular release of cards that you can get. Would you agree with that, Stefan? Widely?
Overall, yeah, a lot more people can afford Prism than they can National Treasures and Flawless. So,
yeah. And I'm a NT guy. I love NT. Prism is a longer open, but you get 8 cards in NT, and Flawless is great. Flawless Football came out. I feel like Flawless Football is not as great as Flawless Basketball.
Okay.
I just feel like that's kind of how the market perceives it.
it's not. Flawless Football doesn't hold its value remotely as close as Flawless Basketball.
Right. But Prism Football does, kind of, But basketball is always going to be more expensive.
Prism Contenders Football is always huge.
Right.
And National Treasures is always big, too, for football.
But the first release is out, and I'm a huge fan of first releases. I feel like when you first release a product, right? So Prism in 2012-13 first came out for basketball. By and large, outside of, I don't know, in modern day basketball, I'll say, outside of, I guess, since 2010, there's nothing more expensive than 2012 Prism. Nothing. It's like the pinnacle of, and it was of basketball cards, right? And it was a first release.
Okay.
So I'm banking on, and we are banking on it being, the first release that hopefully blends like an iconic investment, because in 2012 basketball, it was a little unique because Kawhi, Anthony, it had 2 rookie classes in one case.
Oh, okay.
So you had Kawhi, you had Kyrie, you had Drummond, you had
Anthony Davis,
Klay
Thompson,
to name a few Hall of Famers.
Chris Middleton. A lot of good guys. Yeah,
Kemba Walker.
Panini didn't have a NBA license for 11-12 when Kyrie and Kawhi and Klay Thompson actually were drafted. they didn't have a license, so they didn't make any cards.
Wow.
So it made it different, right? And
Sure.
people like unique. They like
Sure.
different. And I'm kind of banking on that with UFC. The difference is you used to be able to buy cases of 12, 13 Prism for thousands of dollars. Today, 150, 175,000 if you see them.
Wow.
If you see them.
If you see them,
If
right.
you can find it, yeah.
But also you got to watch out for, like, people like the newest thing. You know,
Always.
like the newest
Always.
thing. Whatever comes out, they think is cool. They think is the next whatever transcendent thing that you're going to get. They're like, oh, I love that. Well, they get it, and then it fades.
Sure.
You know, we
Sure.
saw that with National Treasures football.
Oh, my, yeah.
We just ripped a bunch of that. We put it on our page, and
Sure.
I don't think you came. You were busy, obviously, because you're always busy. But we ripped a bunch of it. We videotaped it. We actually hit a Herbert.
That's big.
We're not giving that away,
Right,
But
right.
we hit it.
Right.
But you see, the day the release comes out, the prices are so high,
Sure.
and then they
Sure. Yeah.
come down.
Yep.
And then what happens is, if the class is good, then they incline, right? And timing is so important with that, because think about it. It's, May right now. Mm-hmm. Football's not starting for 4 months.
Right. Right.
The draft just happened.
Sure.
That's great. We'll talk about that.
Sure.
But there's no one who's going to see Tua or Herbert or anything else. So
Correct.
the manic nature of our society is not stimulated to buy it. So they like it because it comes out, and they're like, oh,
Sure.
I love it. But then it dissipates. Would you disagree with that?
No, the first couple Herberts RPAs sold for $45,000, $50,000. Now
Wow.
you can pick one up for 30-ish. And that was just a matter of 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
The product price came out far too high.
Yep.
They had it marked far too high. And same thing they did with basketball last year. 1920 NT basketball. Those cases came out really high. And then they took an initial dip, and now they're up 10, 12 grand higher than a release price.
Oh, man.
But until those guys get on the field and prove themselves,
That's the key.
then they'll go back up. But some of the guys will just fall off. That's why you need to sell some of those cards while the hype is building for the season. Any positive news in training camp, unload some of your cards of those guys. Maybe keep one or two of your better ones. But as soon as they touch the field, and if they don't play well, everything just plummets.
The playoffs are on the horizon, NBA playoffs, and I can't wait. I'm just really excited about the playoffs. With Zion not being in the playoffs,
Not after last night.
where do you see Ja and even Zion right now? I know we're big on them.
Man,
Well-
if you ever wanted to buy Ja Morant cards and you like him and his potential, right now is the time to buy.
Yep.
Because he is not. I watched the game last night.
Yeah.
And it hurts me. 'Cause
Sure.
I've been like the Ja cheerleader, and Leo's been.
100%.
Why does that hurt you, sir?
And watching him last night, it was just brutal, man. The Knicks were eating him alive.
I know.
And
I know.
And the Knicks, oh my gosh, how about those guys?
But they are in the playoffs, though.
They're
Ja.
playing right now.
Right,
There's what,
right.
like 6 games left, and they are.
You're right.
And we've been waiting for Jaren Jackson this whole season.
Your guy is back.
What is wrong with him?
And he came back, and he's had like 2 decent games. And man, last night he looked like he hasn't played in 6, 7, 8 months, because he hasn't. But he's played for what, a week or 2 now.
I wouldn't say the Pelicans are definitely out.
Oh, they're done. After last night, they're done.
I think so.
You know what's sad is he's right when he says, Steph and I had the Zion debate. He did not like Zion.
I like Zion. I was just afraid of his health issues, people.
Correct.
And I said, you're investing in something different.
Yep.
He is different.
Yep.
And I go, Ja's Ja. He's like Trae Young.
He can't shoot that well.
equivalent of a player is what you're saying.
I guess, okay.
As an exciting player.
Let me make an example. Like, Trae Young is never going to be Luka.
No.
And Ja is never going to be Zion.
No.
No matter what.
No, they can't be.
Right.
They're not. They're like 7-8 inches shorter than those guys. Ja weighs like 100 pounds less.
I'm not talking about the analytics of it. I'm talking about like just eye test. They're better. Like what did Luka drop? Did he drop like 20 assists or something like that the other night?
Yeah, 3-4 nights ago.
But
it was his first triple-double in a while. But I would say the Mavericks are winning. They're coming together a little bit. You know, they're up and down.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with his roller coaster. Chris Porzingis can't stand the court, but the shooters are flip a coin every game.
But we agree though that Zion and Ja need the playoffs to have that bump for them.
Yeah.
Well, Ja does right now. If they don't make it in, I promise you, I will be buying up as many Jaws over the summer as I can get my hands on. Because we put a few nice ones up on auction, and I was not happy with the results whatsoever. It was bad. And they were nice. They were nice cards. It's just,
right.
But Zion, no, Zion's up there. Even if he doesn't make it in,
Long term.
yeah, long term.
He's got a great GM, David Griffin.
He's great.
He's a good GM.
Yep.
Right? He's got a good core. I feel like they will take that team around Ingram and Zion and find something else. It's actually a shame they don't have Drew Holiday right now. Because
That's what I was thinking.
that team with Drew Holiday would be special. Much better. He's almost unstoppable in the middle right now.
I agree.
I mean, you can't stop him. He's averaging 30-some points a game. Like, who is the NBA MVP this year?
Joker.
Oh, yeah.
Joker.
You think Joker?
Joker will be.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt?
No doubt.
No doubt. Especially now.
No doubt.
Especially
And
now.
they won without Jamal Murray. They
Who won last night with the Lakers and the Nuggets?
The Lakers pulled it
Lakers
out.
won.
That was my third game I was trying to watch, and I passed out.
It might have been the most boring game of all time.
You did watch it, yeah.
I watched the first half and I fell asleep. But it was very boring, which is sad, thinking about it. But the Lakers the one thing about the playoff Lakers is they have defense that is underestimated. Because at times, people think, you see the regular season, you see what happens in the beginning towards the end. And you could probably attest to this.
Sure.
People, players are less aggressive. They just kind of shoot and they don't want to get hurt. Then the All-Star game happens. Then it comes and it gets a little more serious, And every once in a while, there's things like you saw it the other night with the Raptors. In the NBA, you can tell Kyle Lowry wanted to come out and the Raptors wanted to come out and beat the Lakers.
Sure.
When they were 11-point underdogs.
And Kyle Lowry probably went off because you didn't make the trade for me.
Right. Exactly right. They come out and they they play. There's secret motivation inside of you that you have to find, which I'm sure you can attest to as a player.
There is.
Right? Everyone needs that.
Yep.
But when you get in the playoffs, you don't need that anymore. Right?
No, it's win or go home at that point.
It's there. Every game matters more.
Every game. And how you perform in the regular season is different than how you perform in the playoffs. Because in the regular season, you can shoot freely and play freely. When the playoffs comes around, you may go home. So the nerves ratchet up too. And so that's when the great players shine the most in the playoffs.
I saw something the other day. Really bothered me. And I really don't want to get into the GOAT debate between Jordan and LeBron.
Okay.
Please no. Please.
But there was one stat, and I know Nick Wright
Sure.
is a LeBron homer.
Sure.
And I think there's a lot of people that would say, on the eye test,
Yes.
LeBron is more physical. Maybe not more physical, but he's certainly more of a
Specimen.
A specimen, right? But in his whole career, Jordan played, what, 15 seasons?
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
15.
And LeBron's been 17?
18 this year. Mm-hmm.
Do you know that Jordan played 82 games 9 times? And LeBron's done it once. Mm-hmm. That 1 year in Cleveland.
Yep.
And I get it's a new age of the NBA.
Sure.
And I get, but we talk about durability and we talk about those different things. But, like, when he was out there, man. Yeah.
Mike was different. Mike is an alien in a positive way. To me, I still haven't seen anyone match his athleticism even in today's era. He was that far advanced. I mean, his hang time is, 46-inch vertical, 4.3 40. He's big hands. I mean, he had the whole package. Mm-hmm. If you want a guy to create a basketball player, it's Michael Jordan, in my opinion. And I love LeBron too. Love LeBron.
I mean, there's no doubt that LeBron is on the.
I take Jordan.
Well,
I take Jordan.
Okay, the first 2 picks, LeBron and Jordan. If you're going for, because you're obviously Wilt and Bill Russell. We're not saying that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying there's the first 2 picks.
I mean, you
have
could
to
argue
be there.
whatever you want, but you can't go wrong with that as your first 2 picks on your fantasy dream team.
But LeBron is also, I hate the narrative that we go to this GOAT thing. LeBron is chasing a ghost. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's never going to get there. Mm-hmm. No matter what he does. He wins the next 3. There's going to be generational people that are going to say, no, It doesn't matter.
Right.
There's almost nothing that matters because, I wore the same Michael Jordan jersey, in my elementary school pictures.
Sure.
And I love LeBron as much as anyone in this room.
Yep.
You, Stephen, you, Michael, but he's chasing a ghost.
He doesn't have to. I think he's created his own, place in history that no one may never reach. Does that make sense? He doesn't have to. Greatest player of all time is so subjective. It's hard to say who the greatest. And Michael Jordan has never called himself the greatest player ever. He actually hates that. Because you got the Elgin Baylors and the Dr. J's and the Kareems. It's hard to say who the greatest player is. So for me, LeBron doesn't have to chase anybody. He's already carved out his place in history as one of the elite greats to ever play the game. And, that's how I view it more so than he's better than Jordan or Jordan's better than him. Mm-hmm. I grew up a Jordan fan. So, but LeBron we've never seen LeBron James. And that's greatness.
That doesn't sell papers, though.
It doesn't.
I agree with that.
It doesn't.
Because you can't compare
the
way the game was played 60 years ago, 40 years ago,
30 years ago. Right.
Now. You can't compare.
Different eras.
Right.
Different eras.
Think about it. Like I was telling Leo, Joe Ingles set the Jazz all-time three-point record in, 1,000 less games or 1,100 less games?
Right.
Does that mean John Stockton wasn't a great three-point shooter? No.
Correct.
But back then, 93 points in a game in the 80s, in the 90s, that was normal. That was actually a decent game because there were so many games.
100%.
78 to 85, especially a Pistons Celtics or Pistons Sixers, tough defensive-minded teams. You weren't scoring 120, 150 points a game like you see now.
I don't know that I've ever seen, and that's a great point, and we'll close on this.
Sure.
But Tatum scored 60, and all I saw was Tatum scored 60. Right. But then I looked at the score. It was 150-something to 140, and I'm like, was that an all-star game? What the heck just happened, man? And then I look back at some of those finals between the Bulls and the Jazz.
Oh, my God.
They're killing each other.
Bloodbaths. I played in an era where it was way more physical than now.
Right.
I only shot 5 threes a game, and I made over 1,000 threes for my career. I mean, if I shot 10 or 12, 13, 14 threes, oh, my God. So it's a different game. And you're right, much more physical back then. Mm-hmm. So the records today may be skewed a little bit because of how the game's played. Oh, he had 60. Well, was it expensive or was it not expensive?
Right.
I mean, Curry shot 5 threes last night in the first 4 minutes.
Right.
Did he really?
No, but I mean, in the first quarter.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Oh, man.
And Jason Tatum's a terrific player, and his 60-60, that's incredible. But
Anytime he scores 60.
it's just incredible.
Yeah.
Of course. All right. Here we go, baby.
Let's go. It's that time, right?
CaseBreakin time. Man, I get so nervous. I almost get clammy opening this stuff up.
That's awesome because
guys
you've been doing it for a while now. You still get that feeling.
You got to try doing it. Maybe you get clammy.
I was a disaster last time I tried to do this.
Oh, that's funny. We got some Crown Royal first off the line basketball cards, 2020. You get one autograph, one parallel, one memorabilia. Obviously, the hit, Stefan, is going to be LaMelo.
LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, still Wiseman. Halliburton's a big one.
Kevin Porter Jr.
But
That's
that'll be
last
the
year.
second year.
True. That's last year.
That's last year. That's
should
all right.
know that.
That's why you're the rookie. And
I should know that.
That's cool. That's all right. He did drop 50.
That's
for
on
the
top of my
Spurs.
brain right now. Yeah.
All right, man. I'm ripping these things. I know that's what you guys want to see.
Let's rip them.
Here we go, man. Crown Royale. Oh, saw the back. Sorry. I'll show it.
Marvin.
It's Steven Adams, so no offense, man. But we're not excited about that. There's something there's something shiny in here. We got a Bagley.
He has a cult following, though, Steven Adams.
He does.
Australia,
People that
man.
like him love him.
Here's a jaw. Please,
He's
God.
from New Zealand,
Ja?
isn't he? Is he from New Zealand
This is
or
a
Australia?
a kaboom? Jimmy
Zealand, I think
Butler.
New Zealand.
Is that what these are?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
A kaboom?
Yeah, it's kaboom.
That's a cool looking card.
That's a cool looking card.
Watch out for them too, by the way.
They look much
They
better.
do.
They're going to be a tough out. Uh-oh.
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 Redemption. Let me put this on the bottom.
Yeah, you have to do that last.
Let me do this. Like Stefan likes it. Uh-oh. There we go. DeRozan. Playing well.
Playing well.
Card's not worth anything.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, man.
Oh, wow.
That's the way it works. I already know what this is. Steven Adams. Very. Again, it's a green, too.
Toughest guy in the NBA right now, probably.
You know what? He's a good player to have. 21 of 21. Reverse jersey number, if that means something. Somebody will find some way to find that worthwhile.
Yeah.
Here we go. Achievements, signatures. 19. Luka!
Luka!
That's
Luka
nice.
alert.
He doesn't sign much anymore.
No.
He doesn't sign
A lot
much
of them
at all.
don't. Yeah, a lot of them don't.
Why is that?
Because they know this exists.
Throwing these away.
His mom probably got tired of signing all the cards for him.
Right? Yeah.
Hey, did you hear that?
We used to have, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a big rumor all of his National Treasure rookies, and I guess basically all his rookie cards. There's a rumor that his mom signed them all.
Luka?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's all right. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It hasn't hurt the prices.
It doesn't matter. As long as someone who knew him signed it somehow. You'll find a way to like make an excuse for a player that's like that good, I guess.
Oh, for sure.
Round 2. Whew. Whereas sadly, a Jimmy Butler kaboom, who is a fantastic player.
Fantastic.
Unbelievable two-way
Is it worth
player.
anything?
Is that a first off the line, Luka, too?
It says for achievements, signatures, first off the line.
Nice. So that's going to be very low numbered.
It's a nice card. Ooh, we got a Wiseman rookie on the. Here we go.
I think he's going to be good, too.
He will. That team's going to be. If Curry
Don't
can
sleep.
keep this up for a few years, watch out. Get Clay back, dude.
That backcourt is special.
I love Klay Thompson.
He's special.
Open the cards.
I'm sorry. Chris Middleton.
My guy, number 22. Playing well.
He's playing well. Zach LaVine.
He's coming back from protocol.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh. Kawhi Leonard something. What is that? What is that?
The claw.
Oh. Sorry, the claw.
They've got pressure on them to win this year.
Oh, yeah, they do. And they're not going to win.
I don't think they're going to win.
I can't but laugh.
I'm waiting for the Kawhi to get the hell out of town and go to a different team.
Wow. Who's this?
Is that Maxey?
Tyrese. Yeah, Maxey.
He's not bad.
Not bad at all. He's been playing. Actually, he's had a good year this year.
Playing well. Bam Adebayo. Don't we have 3 out of the 5 gold prism for him?
Yeah, we do. 3 out of the 5 black golds for
I'm like, we can't
1920.
get rid of these.
Oh.
DeRozan. I hate.
All right, we can't go out like that.
I hate feeling bad about.
We're doing one more, people.
We got a Luka. We got a Luka.
Luka.
What's wrong with Luka? That's the thing about card breaking. You can get.
Luka's getting his reputation of being the whiniest player in the NBA, too.
Is he?
Unfortunately.
He is a little whiny.
All of them are in this generation.
Who's more whiny, Luka or LeBron? Let me answer that.
I think Luka came into a situation in the NBA where the NBA now has just become more whiny.
Yeah.
LeBron has the Shaq effect because LeBron does get hit. And because he's so physical, the referees don't call it.
He doesn't get as many calls that
He should get more.
you watch those games. You know,
He gets hammered.
He gets hammered because he goes like a freight train
Correct.
down the middle, and they're like, "Oh, he can take it. It's fine."
It's happening to Zion right now, too.
It is.
It's happening right now.
It is.
But they actually call a decent amount of fouls.
For him.
Yeah,
they
for
do.
him, not against him.
All right, we got Aaron
Smith.
Neesmith. Is it Neesmith or Naismith?
It's Neesmith.
Smith.
Russell Westbrook.
My guy.
Love Russell, man.
Card's worth a quarter.
Trey Young.
Oh, God, that hurts.
Also love Trey Young.
Getting 99 cents is the lowest you can list it on eBay.
I love Trey. I feel like he just needs to get it over with and shave his hair, you know. But I do love him. I love him as
It's time to
a
grow
player.
out of it now? It's time to
Something,
grow
man.
out of it?
Just go get Propecia or do something, man. Joel Embiid. Dude, Philly.
We'll see. I just saw Doc Rivers last week, so we'll see.
Did you?
I did. It was in
I would
Milwaukee
imagine-
last week. Yeah.
I would imagine he's a great guy to talk to.
Super.
Yeah.
Love Doc Rivers.
I would imagine that.
Super.
Just seems like a nice guy. Zeke.
That's as far as I go with that name. I don't go any further with that one.
Well, best of luck to you, man. I hope you do well. Okay. Elvin Hayes. There we go. Elvin Hayes. Blast from the past.
Top 50 player of all time.
Yep.
Not what people want to see, but
They don't. That's the thing, Mike. Top 50 player of all time. No card value.
How does that
it'll
happen?
probably go for like $15, $20.
It's crazy.
Because
Oh,
guess
my
what?
God.
Hey, guess what? 75% of the collectors were not alive to watch him play, and they don't even know to go Google highlights
Yeah.
of that guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
your audience is very small.
This
on some of
guy's
those
audience
older
was an
guys.
amazing player.
Oh, yeah.
That's sad. Over there. Paul George playing well.
Pressure on him to play well this year in the playoffs.
So we have the Paul George logo man. His best card. NT.
Wow.
Of all time.
Okay.
And we're like trying. If anyone wants to buy it, you guys are welcome to email us because we are happy to sell it.
Is it because of his performance in the playoffs recently? Last 3 or 4 years or so?
He's been playing fantastic as of late. Really well.
This season, yes.
Really well. I talked about this before. It's almost one of those it things, you know? And the consumers speak. The market speaks.
Okay.
And they don't grab him.
Will you get your hands out of your pockets and just show that last card? Then we can bullshit for a little longer.
What is this bad boy? It's green. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Is that him?
It looks like Luka.
Luka.
Is that number 2? Is that
Luka.
number 4?
That is 13 of 21.
Nice. Wow. Giving some Lukas away today.
Yeah, we are giving some Lukas away. You're welcome. You're a very
You'll live, dude. There's a Luka logo man sitting on the table. You'll live.
I have a difficult time getting rid of Lukas
I can tell.
and Kobe's. But
I can tell.
there you go. Well, there we go. 2 Lukas in one case, or I guess 3 boxes. That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Kind of a cold streak prior to that, but
Redemption.
redemption.
Oh, that football was nice last time. The Jordan Love RPA was in there. That 101 Shield was in there for Melvin Gordon. And there was another rookie, too. I
That's interesting, too. But we'll talk about that later.
All right.
Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers. All right. Done.
Say victory, make sure you know.